Morning. Morning, everyone. Wonder if that audio is too loud. Let me know if it's too loud. I'm using my mic that's just here this morning. I don't know what the deal is with the way YouTube shows times and dates. It always looks correct on my side, but I don't know. I'm still kind of getting ready, folks. So I just turned the audio off. Oh, awesome. Thanks, Greg. I turned my sound off on my other computer because it kept going ping when my email was coming in. Oh, I need to move my mat. 1 second. I got a mat on the ground under my chair. Oh, it's going to wreck the light. Hang on. Okay, that's better. Whoop, whoop. I turned my heater on early this morning in my office because it's been pretty cold, and now it's so warm in here that I can sit in a t-shirt. Hey Mike, so hello everyone, Michael, Mike, Electron Ash, Gregor, Greg. Wife and daughter asleep, this is my good night video until I fall asleep, okay? You can fall asleep with my soothing voice. I'm pretty sure it's not that soothing. How's everyone's week been since last week? Yeah, hope it's been good. I put my new Logitech camera up on top of my monitor, and it's really wide angle. Oh, it also doesn't seem to be. Maybe I can zoom it. Doesn't look like it. Let's try that again, shall we? I better grab a coffee now. Yes, you better grab a coffee now. Good timing. Hey, Colin. I'm not picking up my camera. Oh, it is. It's letting me zoom one level in. Is all it's letting me zoom. That's okay. Let's just do that, shall we? It's on autofocus. I should turn that off. Better. Hey, Neffers. Good evening to you. Good morning. It's only Greg and I think it's in the morning. Everyone else is evening. I've got my coffee, nice and hot. I really feel like I've got this right in my face. It's really not a great setup. It's great for overhead work though. I can get a bit more light in. There we go. So of course we're working on the SAMD21 Mangler today. I hope you have all caught up on my last video, which was the building of the little 3D part. I'll showcase it again anyway, but ever meet David Jones and Angus from Maker's Muse? I was standing like literally 5 steps away from Angus. Never got introduced though. I was at a meet-up near him, with him. Not Davy Jones though, no. I don't think they've got a room big enough for Davy and my ego to fit together. Hey Chris, how you doing? So yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen. No, I mean one day I might see him, I don't know, maybe at a fair somewhere. So not a SAMD21G. I don't know what that is. What's a SAMD21G? I don't know. Better get some plugging in there. I don't need to. My obligation with them is finished, but I thought I'd do it anyway because I like them. Just gonna wait a few more minutes, see who else pops in before I start, because I hate repeating myself. How's your keyboard going, Chris? I keep seeing squirrel instead of squire when you say good evening, Chris, because I'm about a meter away from my screen, and so it's squire with exclamation mark. Looks like squirrel. Anyway, I'll just keep that one to myself. Yep, that's good. It's all good over here. Thanks for asking, assuming you're asking me. It's okay. I've been up since 3 this morning. I cannot sleep the night before a stream. So I'm pretty tired, pretty wrecked. Luckily there aren't that many components on this board, so it shouldn't be too bad. And so Alan gave me a really great suggestion yesterday. He was over for a visit. I've set up VNC. Oh, that reminds me, I better get that working now. Just had a bad joke on your quickly done handwriting. Samo. Right, okay. Yeah, it's for my purpose. For me, that's okay. Yeah, I set up VNC on my PC so I could actually run the Atmel Ice here at my desk with a really long USB cable. But I don't know if I turn... no, it should be on. Hang on. Maybe not. Let's find out. Let's see if I can VNC to the machine. I don't know if I'll be able to... share it. I can try. That's for later anyway. I gotta build it first. Permission to access is locked. Hang on 1 second. That's gonna be annoying. Okay. Cool. So apparently I can VNC. Oh, my mouse is not working great. So I might be able to share that screen when I actually do the work, when I flash it, so you can see the flashing process. That'd be really cool. Scotty's video. I just watched a video of a tour. Oh, really? Cool. Okay. I'm going to give that a watch. Electroencephalograph. Wow, what a name. Welcome. I'm not going to try to say that again. I had to really concentrate that time. Wow. Okay. I'm going to give 2 more minutes and I'm going to get going, just in case anyone else pops in. But I think I've got everything ready to go. I'm just going to zoom back out again. So yeah, I'm going to put together the board. Now I jumped ahead and I put the stencil together already. Because, you know, they take... Oh, there's already one in there. Cool. They take a while and fiddly to put together, and I didn't want to do that again on stream. I want to make sure that I got it right. I also went out and bought some of this... Can't remember what it's called. It's kind of like a masonite from the hardware store, and cut up a whole bunch of it. I've got it on my June random bites video of me for like an hour with a Stanley knife trying to cut through this stuff. I don't know why I did it that way. I thought it'd be easy, but it wasn't. I thought it'd be like cardboard. Anyway, the last bunch of stencils that I got just didn't come on any boards. They just came in a plastic bag. So I had to build something to store them in and put them together in. Try saying sphenopalatine? I'm like, forget it, dude. Not even going to try. Not even going to try. Thanks. Happy for you to record it and send it over. So, hands up who saw my video on this little creature. Anyone? Hands up. Because I can see everyone's hands. Yep. Yep. Okay. So, there's a chip in there, as you can all probably see. I can't get any closer. It should be in focus though. Proper name for brain freeze. Brain freeze much easier. So there is a chip in there, and I've got the little adapter. I'm going to pull it apart just to show. Chip comes out quite easily, as you've just seen. It fell out. Little tiny guy there. And there's the part, 3D part. I have to keep it low for focus. Cool. Thank you for watching. I'll get the text out of the way. So yeah, it's pretty delicate. It's pretty small. I knew the whole thing was going to be small when I was putting it together, but I didn't realise how fiddly it was. It took me quite a few prints to get a good print out of it. So it works quite well. I put a thick arm on this side so I can identify the round hole, because when you look at it from this way without that thick arm, even though they're square and they're round, they kind of look the same. No, I'm not going to let it get cold. It's nice and hot right now. I just literally made it, walked in the door, sat down, and started the stream. So it's fairly easy to get on. It just kind of sits in place and falls in. It's kind of loose, but kind of not. It won't fall out, although it will shift a little bit, and the chip might fall out sideways if you turn it upside down. But I didn't want to have it in hard, and you can just easily just push with tweezers to get it out, and it's out. The registration is really good. It's perfect registration for the chip. I just don't know if the contact's going to be strong enough. I'll have to see how hard I have to push it down. Yum, coffee. So, I might get started preparing what I need, or at least... Well, here we go again. Where did I put my... I did it again. I did everything except got my stuff for my paste ready. Wow. What is going on with me? What is going on with me? Please make chip quick. Don't roll. Okay. So where did I put my stuff from last week? It's in here somewhere. Bear with me. Is it over here? Come on, where did I put it? I cannot believe that I've misplaced my J-Car card. Oh no, here it is. I didn't clean it. There you go. I didn't even clean it from last week. That is shocking. Better give it a clean. Yeah. Wow. Hang on. Not last week, the week before. It's been sitting there 2 weeks. That's how traumatized I was. Nerd Perks card again, absolutely. That's how traumatized I was after doing a build live that I didn't even clean it. Should still clean off quite easily. If not, well, oh well. Yeah, it comes off, no problem. Bit for the board, a bit for me. Just alcohol. Is that too early in the morning for a joke like that? Who said it was beer o'clock? Someone said it was beer o'clock. Okay, good. I just need to clean the stirrer. Color code. There's that color code I needed, yeah. I could just get an app and do it, but, you know. A few times I tried to learn the codes, but just like, you know, I said to my folks with maths, when am I ever going to need it? Yeah, well, guess when. Okay. I just want to get it clean enough that I don't put any yuck stuff in the paste. Yuck. That'll do. On the floor. I've got my, can you even, no, you can't see. I've got my new reflow oven board connected and working. There's no breadboard over there anymore. I'm not sure how I'm going to show you that today, because I don't have that extra camera plugged in. Tomorrow can kill. Only about one. Didn't realise up here was quite so deadly, by the way. Really? Deadly? If you drink it? You tell me not to drink it? It's on my fingers now. If I lick my fingers, what happens? Am I gonna... I hope I don't die. Okay, yeah, it's pretty lethal. Didn't you... Can't drink it. Okay, can't drink it. Damn. That's frustrating. If I can't drink it, what good is it? Sorry, bad humour. Okay, gotta give a bit of a mix. Well, can't even see what I'm doing. Don't know how long I've had this for now. Don't know how long it's going to last. I should probably open up the stencil. I should probably, you know, get a bit more organised. Let's put the chip over there. I hope I haven't actually damaged that chip at all with all my attempts at... Yeah, anyway. Do I have enough room? I hope so. I might have to move that off. We're going to put the chip that's safe. Maybe that's safe, maybe that's not safe. Don't go there with maths. My GC paper 3 was nails. Oh. Oh. Okay, I hope you did okay. Okay, that's nicely registered. I'm not sure if you can see. Now, obviously, on these boards, I don't want to put paste on the pads for the chip, do I? No. No, that'd be bad. Because I don't want to actually have the chip stay on there or paste all over the pins. So what I've done, the actual boards come with plastic over them. Oh, can't see that. So I've left the plastic on, you can see here, just over the pins. So I might get a build-up of paste on the inside here, but that's okay. Just as long as it doesn't go through. I'm hoping that'll be good enough, otherwise I'll have to somehow clean it off. So there's a board in there, that's the one we're going to use. I don't need a lot of paste, because there aren't that many components. And I've kind of got the components out. Me too. What's me too? I don't know what me too means. Okay. You know what I might do? I might... do that. Am I too close? Too far? I got it a little bit just here. See if I can pick it up. Yep, okay. Hope everyone can see. I'm about to get it all over my fingers, all over everywhere. Okay, is that all on? Awesome. Ta-da! Done. Let me just get it out. I'll do a bit of a clean, see if I can get it out. Without grabbing any paste. Should probably put that one away, know which one I'm working on. Okay, just putting the paste back in. I should just leave it out for another 2 weeks. What do you think? It's going to zoom back out again. My brain hurts at the moment. I'm still working on the Dreamcast Mobo. Have you possibly bitten off more than you can chew on that? I think you might have. Looks very cool though, Electron Ash, but yeah. Looks a little bit too complicated for me. Hey Tabletronics, Tabletronics there? Where's Tabletronics? Oh, there he is. Hello. Don't forget to put a stopper. Yeah, I did that. Oh. No, there's a stopper. I'm not sure if you saw. Hang on. There's some plastic coating on the back from the plastic that came with it. I'm just going to move this out of the way. Oh, what a mess. Clean it up later. Okay, so we have a board. Of course I need some parts. Wave. Been watching your videos. I'm only halfway through your PCB one though. I'm sorry. It's been pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. But yes. Good more people are doing videos. So I've got my bomb. Oop. And I think I've got everything in front of me that I need. I'm not quite sure what order I'm going to do this in. I'll get closer so you guys can see. I might have to put some more light on it. I don't know. We'll see. And I don't know what I'm going to start with. I'm going to need my LED twee as usual to know which way to put the LEDs. Which is just here. I might put them on first actually. they're just down here on the sides. I'm going to need some extra light, I think. Once again, it's much darker in here. I'm sorry if I blow up my face. He said bomb demonetized. That's actually quite funny. I didn't even think of that, but I'm not monetizing, so it's not a problem. I have to be careful when I say that in the future though, won't I? Hey Gary! I've got paste all over here, and I'm going to stick my arm or my elbow in it, and that would kind of be sucky. Just clean it up. See how much more casual I am today about all this, you know? What could possibly go wrong? I'm going to use 2 blue LEDs, because I think they're awesome. How bright they are. Let's get them in view so you can see them. That's clearly not the right way around. Okay, near this. Oh, there we go. Whoa, see, look at that. They're just awesome LEDs. I love them. Blue's my favourite colour, by the way. In case anyone wanted to know. Okay, come on. Oh. Flipped it. Oh, come on. Okay. So positive is down towards me on both of them at the moment. Question is, where does positive go on this? I can't remember. YouTube is still so broken. Hey David, welcome. Just in time to see me make a mess of this. So positive would go there. So of course I had to do them back to front, didn't I? Okay, so this one goes here. Shivers. I grabbed that really badly. And so that... Did I just put it on the wrong pad? Oh, I'm an idiot. That's the resistor. Which means I also put it back to front. Off to a good start. Okay, try that. Yeah. Just make sure again the which way? Positive. Everyone see what I'm doing? I hope so. Okay, cool. We're done. No, we're not done. Hey Andy. Twitch, Vimeo, Vimeo is terrible. I shouldn't say Vimeo is terrible. The picture quality on Vimeo is great, the video quality. But just like Twitch in Australia, Vimeo is terrible. Buffer City. Really, really bad. Really bad. Okay, so 2... Not even on the list. Wow. Oh, there we are. Okay, cool. We need to put resistors and caps. Crystal. Where's the crystal? Okay, let's get the correct crystal though. Okay. Correct crystal. That's the correct crystal. Okay. Hopefully I won't drop it onto the board. Everyone see the little crystal? Hey Matt, welcome. Shows the image on Twitch upside down. Oh, you guys are so funny. When I watch Brian Locke's Twitch stream, this is the only thing. He's the only thing. His stream's the only one I watch on Twitch because Twitch is terrible. I have to watch it at 360p because I can't watch it any faster. That's how bad it is. So, you know, when he's coding, not great. You don't get a lot of detail at 360p. power this with those tweezers. If I could get the tweezers lined up properly, maybe. Okay, crystal is done. Regulator. Every time I think the word regulator, I do that whole regulators mount up. You know, from was it Young Guns, whatever it's called? Yeah. And the song. Okay. Whoops. Turn over. Thank you. I've been looking into other regulators. I've actually bought a whole bunch of different surface mount regulators recently. I'm not sure if any guys have seen on my stream, on my unexpected mail videos, but I've been using these APK. Was it AP 2112Ks or whatever they are for a long time, and I need to stick my head in the way. Sorry, I need to see if that's on. I think so. And they're pretty good, but they only go up to 600 milliamp. I've been looking for something that'll go up to an amp. It's very hard to find something that's got fast switching that'll either go up to an amp or that'll do a much broader voltage input range. These will only take up to 6 volts coming in. It'd be nice if I could find one that could take 12 volts coming in, but I guess in a package that size, it's super hard to do. I've bought a couple, I just don't know how good they are, I haven't tried them yet. What am I missing? Twitch videos, good New Zealand, I'm getting... Yeah, no, not here. Definitely not me, I don't know why. I've never had good results with Twitch. Oh, the coffee! Okay. I just want to leave it till there's only caps left, I guess. Now don't forget these boards have also got the flipped header, so I'm going to have to put the header on the bottom. I'm going to try plugging it in without actually soldering it though. Extremely expensive a fasting connection in Australia is until I saw. No, internet's gone much cheaper now, so I pay $70, no, I pay $80 a month for, what have I got? 100/40 unlimited data with the static IP address. It's not too bad. Not too bad. And it works most of the time. I think Sam just have maybe a resistor. What are we pointing at? Are they some tweezers? Are you pointing at tweezers? Twee or something like that? Okay, let's get these resistors on. I'm going to do the USB header. USB header. My least favourite thing. I saw some headers in one of these bags. What were the headers in the bag? Why are they there? Okay, I'll use one of those. Maybe. $8 isn't too bad at all. Not for unlimited at 100 megabit and 100/40. I think it's pretty good. Look, I mean, I'd rather pay nothing. Yeah, this looks okay. I don't know why it's sitting in there, but let's put this on, shall we? I hate putting the USB headers on. You can never see if they're lined up properly. I have to stick my head under the camera or something. Wow, I'll have to move this closer to me. I'm just going to zoom out so you can still see, but I need to be closer. I need to see it get on correctly, which I don't think is going to happen. I think that's on. I might need my magnifying glass, folks, just in case. Technically, we don't even need this. This is only so I can program it if I want to. Yep, that's on. If I also want to program it, not just the bootloader. Okay, caps and resistors, and then we're done, I believe. Got my book of caps and resistors. Let's start with the caps. I need some 15 picofarads for the crystal. If I can get them out. They're stuck in too far. Thank you. Oh. Where's the rest of them? I thought I had an open one somewhere. Interesting, okay. Oh, I might have had them in a bag somewhere. Which ones are these? They're 10 UFs, okay. Well, that'll do. That'll do. David, I've only just watched the first few seconds of your video. I've been really struggling to watch videos the last few days. Just concentration, I think, I don't know. I keep getting distracted, my mind keeps wandering or getting interrupted. I'm really looking forward to seeing how your phone works out. I think it's a wicked idea. Okay, so these are the two 15 picofarads. They're supposed to be 12.5. It's really funny, they're rated for the crystals require on the datasheet say they need 12.5s. But I've not been able to find 12.5s. Well, I'm sure you can, but they're definitely not an easy thing to find. So I've been using 15s, they've been working fine. Okay, I need a 4, that's those two, cross them off, 2 of those. I need a 0.1. I hope these are 0.1. I don't know where the 0.1 goes, I can't remember. I don't have a schematic in front of me. Stupid, I should have printed one out. Have I missed anything? Everyone else, Stephen says hi to evening one. Oh, Steph says, hey Rob. Hi Steph. Huh. Don't tell me you've convinced her to start watching this stuff with you. Okay, 10, 10. So it'd have to be on next to the 0.1. There it is. Next to the voltage regulator. Oop! I just moved the voltage regulator. Sorry, I'll get that back in now. I'll get a bit closer now that the USB is in. Like to see the C on David conversation and project going on. Love the idea of those LED filaments. Well, I'm happy to say that tomorrow, not tomorrow, Friday, when my unexpected mail video comes out, you might see that I already have my filaments now. I've got all the parts I need. How exciting. One of the things I'm still struggling with this whole process is how out of order everything is. I get stuff, I want to work on it, I do stuff with it, you guys haven't even seen that I've got it yet. You don't see it till I make a video out of it. It's kind of that whole weird circular backwards thing. It's been a million. Yeah, I know, 40 something minutes. I only really made it so people can make their own rotary. Oh, so you don't actually finish it in the video? 40 something minutes you don't finish it? Come on. 10 UF, 10 UF, two of them, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10 UFs. Here we go. These are 10s. I'm hoping my labelling is correct, otherwise I'm in big trouble. Okay. So power filtering. Got one coming out of the USB. Wow, let me turn that around. And I've got one coming out of the 3.3 regulator mount up. Okay. Those two caps. I've got a 1 UF. I've got two 1 UFs, three 1 UFs, 3 of them. How many have I got left on here? Plenty. Hey Paul. Bit late to the party today. No, never late. Never too late. I've not done anything exciting yet. Haven't blown anything up yet, so there's still time. See on simultaneously 10 hours ahead of us and 3 days and 3 days behind. Yeah, that's what I feel like. It's like everything's just so out of order. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so one goes here. Oh, can everyone see? Sorry. Nudge, nudge, nudge. After this, I think it's just 3 resistors and I'm done. Oh, that's a resistor. Don't want to put it there. For those of you who missed it before, I've got my 32 watching. Awesome. I've got my new reflow controller set up. I don't have a camera to show it. I could always pull the one off the monitor maybe and bring it closer. So it's all connected up. I've actually got a video coming again. You're going to see it in action. I've actually got a video coming out showing me putting the rest of it together without a case though, which I'm only halfway through editing. So I don't know when that video is coming out, but you're going to get to see it in action beforehand. So it's like you guys are living in the future now. It's wicked. Okay, I need two 2.2s, a 100 and a 430. Two 2.2s. So that would be 2 2s, because I don't have 2.2s. Resistors. You've been making quite long videos recently, Dave. Is there any reason for that? I mean, I don't mind. It's taken me a long time to try to not make long videos. I think the first 3 or 4 I made were super long. And I've got a really super long one that I've been editing for a month now, and I'm only halfway through editing it. I just can't make myself finish it. It's pretty cool though. It's a project with my son. Oh, I knocked it. Does anyone have any suggestions on, like, you know, when the components stick to the tweezers? Oh, I knocked my USB thing as well, I think. Doesn't look straight. I hate it when I put it down and then I lift it up, pull it apart, lift it up, and it's stuck to one side of the tweezers. I really hate that. Is that USB on? I have to check it before I reflow. Okay. 100 and a 430. 100. I'm still sticking that 100 resistor next to the regulator, David. I still haven't found anything that actually says one way or another if it's needed or not, but it's on the data sheet. It's in the reference. So it turned up in under 2 weeks. Yeah, ceramic. Someone mentioned ceramic. I think it was on my stream last week maybe, or a couple of weeks ago or something. I'll have to see if I can find myself one. I'm just not sure that they... I don't know if... I don't think it's the metal that's causing it. How? That's the 100, isn't it? Yeah, definitely don't want to put the 100 there. 100 goes here. Okay, and a 430, and then we're done. 430, 430. I just did it as an IPA, and then wipe it on a cloth. And then lick it. Do you lick it afterwards? Okay, 430. Now, I'm pretty sure this is going to work. Apart from how much pressure I'm going to have to put down on the 3D printed part. I don't know yet. So the question really isn't kind of whether this will work or not. The question is about whether it's a good solution or not. Whether it's too fiddly. That's going to be the question. It's pretty cute. Oh, it's not even on the screen. Sorry, folks. It's a pretty cute board. Let me just get my magnifying glass again and check that USB. I've got a set of 3, separate single one. Okay. USB pins are on. It's just not overly straight, but I don't know if I want to move it. I'd rather the pins are on and the USBs are slightly off. But they're not very easy to make, plus I ramble a lot these days. Every view for my videos, the long ones, is only 10 minutes. Yeah, I hate that. I hate putting out a 15-minute video and then realise that people only watch it, like the average is like 3 or 4 minutes. Ugh. I don't mind long format videos actually, especially if it's got a really good ending and whatever. I find it, at the moment, I'm really struggling to get through them. Is that they don't flex at all. The middle ones have a tendency to twist. Bulldog clip ready. Yeah, so Greg's renamed my project to Mangler. Because he reckons I'm going to absolutely destroy the chip. And you know what? I might. Okay, so that's all populated. I think that's ready to go. I'm going to close this. I'm going to turn the reflow oven on. Does everyone want to see? Do you guys need to see the reflow process? Sorry about everyone's looking at my groin. Switch, turn this on. Don't even know if it'll even reach over for you guys to see it. No. I practically live on YouTube. Yeah, I go through... Yeah, I'm actually going back to reading at the moment. I was spending too much time on YouTube. I'm going to put this in. I'm going to reflow it. I'm not going to try to show you reflowing. Get in. I'm going to start it up. Warming up. 13 degrees inside, it reckons. I really watched the light, otherwise. What did I miss? How what? Except also watch 4 hours of YouTube at a time. Okay, so Tabletronics obviously doesn't have little kids. I think you might, Michael. Not destroy. I just think it'll need solid downward pressure for a good electrical contact. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. So, I only need ground, one of the 3-volt pins to be connected technically, and then just the SWD and SWIO pins. There's really only 4 pins I need to be connected. The rest of them, they don't have to connect. So 48 pins. If I technically only get 10% of the pins connecting nicely, as long as it's those 10%, I'm fine. Okay, it's flowing. Off it goes. I need to program in some music into the controller. I've got one of those MP3 modules. I might put one in there and it can just play some elevator music while it's reflowing. I think the Mangler will work fine, by the to be honest. Only takes about 30 seconds to program. It takes like 6 seconds to program. It's 2 steps. You connect it, you got to hit like load the chip, which then goes through and does a check to say yes, this chip's good, it's got the right voltage, and then you click program and it's done. I'll do it. I'll show you to you. I've got VNC set up on my Windows machine, so I'm actually going to program it here in front, and I'll screen capture the VNC screen if I can. Do you hand solder? What? Who's hand soldering? No, the SAMD doesn't get soldered at all. The whole point of this board is to program the chip and then have the chip loose still. Put the bootloader on the chip. So by putting the bootloader on the chip, I then don't have to put headers on to be able to program the bootloader on them. That's all. This whole process is just to get a bootloader on. Although technically with this board, because I've got USB as well connected to D+ and D-, I could also use it to pre-flash the chip with whatever code I wanted to before I put them on a board, and then I could actually not put a USB on it as well on a different board. But the problem is having to reflash is a problem. Let's see what I'm missing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, soldering the SAMD onto the board would defeat the whole purpose of this. So I have ordered one of those, the QFN 48 adapters that go to, SMD to DIP. I've got one on the way. It might even be in my pile of mail already. I had 11 packages turn up yesterday. 11. Crazy. How's this going? Yep, getting there. Feels like it's going in slow motion, but it's going. I'm not even checking. I'm not even going to check it. It's going to ding. The fan's going to kick in. I'll open the door and I'll let it cool down. I'll pull it out and it's either going to be reflowed or it's not. SAMD, yep. That's right. It's direct USB to the SAMD21, which is really nice. So what I like about the SAMD21 is direct USB. What I dislike is it still needs an external crystal, which I know is not a big deal, but it's space on the board, and it's just, I don't know. I feel like they could have stuck a resonator in there. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, how much bigger would the package have to be, really? I don't know. It's not a big deal, putting a crystal on. Just more components to put on. It's not really a cost thing. They're fairly cheap, but it's, it's a crystal and it's 2 caps. It's a space issue, mainly, when I'm trying to build something small, as you might see in a future project. Almost there. Tick-tock, tick-tock. So, it does actually come with a bootloader on it. It's just not I believe, an Arduino compatible bootloader. Like, the bootloader that's on there, you can still, actually, maybe not. I read somewhere that it does actually come with something on it. I just don't know exactly what it is that it comes with. Okay, the fan should be going on. Fan's on. Yay! Okay. Wow. We've got that lovely smell of burnt Viton coming out. Okay, almost done. Tick-tock, tick-tock. It's down to 120 degrees. And open the oven. Okay. Oven is open. Whoa. Stop there. Just going to grab some pliers to pull it out with so I don't burn my fingers. Because that'd be really stupid, wouldn't it? Okay, what's the temperature? Just need the temperature to get to below 100 degrees. It's 107 right now. So dropping 102, 100. I just don't like pulling it out until it's around 90 degrees. Okay. Good. Let's do it. Without burning myself. Put it straight onto the heatsink. There it is. Let's just zoom in for you. Did I remember the anchovies? Okay. I should give it an inspection, shouldn't I? Hey, Mindflare Retro. Okay, I'm just gonna... I'll see if you guys can see. Maybe not. Bit hard to see. Those USB pins look kind of okay. Let me just... So I'm gonna stick my head in the way. Have to, maybe. Maybe not. Ooh, those USB pins are perfect. Regulator pins are perfect. Perfect. Okay, who wants to put a $100 bet that I got the LEDs the wrong way around? Glad you took the plastic part off before reflowing. That's the whole point of this, right? Okay, so let it cool for a bit longer. This is exciting. Yeah, so I might, but not sure. Would be new territory for me. What territory? What have we done? What are we talking about, Rob? New territory? I finished my coffee. Woohoo! Okay. Now, let's just make sure that VNC is still working, because that would suck if it's not. Oh, God, my mouse doesn't like it, though. Device programming. Okay. Reflowed already? Of course reflowed already. If I would have done the manual way, it would have been reflowed quicker. Okay, let me see if I can share my VNC screen. Bear with me one moment. Window capture. I might not have the mouse if I do it though. So I'm just letting you know now. VNC, but it still should be okay. Window. Screen sharing. Oh, yeah. Can everyone see that? I'm just going to move it off a bit. All you need to be able to see is this small window here. I think everyone can see that. I want to get over the shopping cost. Oh, shipping. Reflower. Yeah, I don't know. My oven's great. If I had a reflower, I wouldn't complain, but I'm pretty happy with my oven now, and the controller's great. 100% reliable. So far. So, let me see if I can do both screens. I don't know if I'll be able to. Is there any? Does everyone want to see both screens, or you just want to see the flashing? I think do a teardown of the reflower at least. Yeah, that was ages ago. Yeah. No, Mick said it was good build. He was pretty impressed with the build, I think, from memory. And it's had quite a few revisions since then as well. So, yeah, I don't know. It's pretty good. Ah, Rob, you making videos. Do it, man. Do it, do it, do it. Make videos. Make videos. I tried to convince Yaz to be in my last video to David. My reply to him, but she didn't want to. She, maybe in the future, I'll get her to do a video. Thought about getting a hot plate, I think the oven would be. So you see Mick make reflow a board in a fry pan on his stove. That's crazy. Okay, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna I've got my USB cable. I need two. I also need power. I don't know if I've got a spare one now. I might have to use my battery. Using the battery's a pain because it won't stay on because it's not sucking any power. Okay, I need to put the chip on. I need my Atmel lights. Okay, let's do this. Let's put the chip on. So I assume you all want to see me put the chip on first, so maybe I'll do that. Okay, where's my holder? He's picked up. It's seeing the flashing. Seeing the flash. Okay, I'm not quite sure I understand that. The flashing, me saying flashing. So probably shouldn't put that on the heatsink. So you got to see which way. Oh, hang on. Here we go. So I'll do this. So pin 0 is just up on that corner. I'm sorry if you can't see if it's a bit blurry. Which means it's got to go on the dot. It sits just like that. Nice and neat. And then there's a couple of ways to do it. You can flip it over, but I generally just now, to get the orientation correct, just put the board on top. Like that. And we have a chip in place. Move that way. We have a chip in place. So it's pretty simple to do. Haven't decided how fiddly it is yet. Yes, Revenant's great reflow. Look fit for purpose. I like the reflow's compact solution. I like the hot plate solution. I like being able to see it. I don't like that you can't do a double-sided if you wanted to. I think that's a little bit, yeah, a bit of a restriction. Not that I've done double-sided. I might be doing in the future, so that could be a bit of a problem. I saw his stream, CN Lord, whatever, however you say his names. I saw his one when he was doing his fireworks in his chat. That was pretty cool. I thought that was great. Okay, so here's the header. I got to remember which way it goes. Now remember, I'm going to put it underneath, which really sucks, which is going to be difficult. And I'm going to not solder it in, because the connections are fairly tight. So I'm going to try it like this first, guys, because if I have to solder it in, I will, but I'd prefer to not solder it in. Okay, here's my Atmel ice. That's what an ice looks like, in case anyone hasn't seen. Sorry, I can zoom out a bit. Contact test time, yeah. Oh, header first, yeah. So that's an Atmel ice. So what I've actually done as well, I've redesigned this board and my reflow master boards to put the headers the right way around. Oh, right. Also, I mentioned on my video, there might be a problem with ground on this board. I don't know yet. So I should have probably tested that first, but you know, whatever. If it fails, then I'll go back and try to work out what's going on. Otherwise, I won't. So there's two connectors on there. You got to make sure you use the right one. One's SAM or one's AVR, and so we're doing SAM, obviously. So plug that in. Get my USB power coming all the way from the PC, but it's also the. Hopefully that'll work. Yep, we've got power. A little red light there, which you can't see because of the blindiness of it all. So this is going to have to go on this side. Now the difficulty is keeping the top on and the header on, and making sure the header's actually on the right way. I don't even know if I put it on the right way. Orientation wise it is. We'll soon find out. Okay, so now I just need to power this side. Now remember, I'm doing it off, whoa, twisty cable's not going to be good. Let's stop the cable from twisting if we can. I'm just going to hold it kind of still for now. So let's get the VNC screen up. Yeah, this is the scientific approach. Okay, except I'm not going to be able to see what you're seeing. I'm just going to, right, so it's, pick that up. Let's do, right, I need power. If I power the board, please battery turn on and do apply. It found it. And go memories, program. Erasing device failed. So it found the chip, which is good, but it failed, which means it's probably drumroll drumstick. Yeah, I gotta not look at chat for the moment. It could be just because it's not making good contact, or the battery turned off. Okay, let's try that again, shall we? Close, apply, memories, program. No, erasing device failed. So, and the battery's turned off again. I might have to get another cable. Okay, so it's not programming, which is interesting. I'm not quite sure what that could be yet. So, shall we do some debunking? I think we should do some debunking. So we should probably get the meter out. I'm just going to close the VNC screen just for the moment. Could you guys see that? Oh yeah, you did. That's fine. I just minimized it. That's why it's not doing that. I did press the chip down gently and not gently. So I want to check just that we've got. Check that ground from the USB. I need to check that the ground from the USB isn't a problem. So I need to check that we've got 3.3 volts coming through, which I know we do. Well, that's actually Why is that 2 volts? Can you see the thing? It auto detected the chip, so that bit worked, which is good. I mean, that's a good start. Why am I not getting any voltage? See, that's a concern. Oh, of course. Oh, the battery's turned off again. Wow. So it says we're only getting 2.2 volts in. No? So I want to know if it's the it's my ground pin. So now my ground pin's not connected. I might have to bodge wire that ground pin. But it detected it. So there was enough power going through to the chip to detect it. I need to find a different power source. Bear with me a moment. I'm going to... I have an idea. If this will reach. I'm going to take out my trusty Apple power adapter. Hopefully this will reach okay. We should have power all the time now. Okay, so let's try that again. Just like the brownout issue, or possibly not a good connection on the reset pin of the chip. Yeah, I've got a wall wart now. You really need to get something to hold that power bank output on. Yeah, yes, I do. I don't know what that would be right now though, but that's okay. I'm just going to do this for the moment. So I should be getting 5 volts now. But I'm not getting 5 volts, and I wonder if that's because of the ground issue. Oh, no, there we go, 5 volts. Getting 5 there, and I'm getting 3 on that side of that cap. It's like I'm getting nothing on the other side of the cap though. Oh, you can't see the screen. Try that again. So the 3.3 comes out of the regulator, goes into the first cap, and I'm getting 2.22. What the? Oh, and I might not be touching the ground. There you go, 3.2. I'm getting 5 volts into the regulator. And I'm getting... Maybe the regulator's screwed. Why does it think I'm getting 3? That's... I actually can't see what I'm doing. David, what's exactly what I was thinking. If there's a second port plug in a mobile or something. Something's dragging it down. I'm going to put this on the other side. Maybe you can see that on that side. But, because it's kind of awkward over the top. Right, let me just unplug this because this is pulling power. Checking stuff. So let me just go back to here. I didn't put an LED on it. On the power, because I didn't think I'd need one, but that might have been a bad choice. Okay, there's 5 volts in. There's not 3 volts out. And then when I go back to the regulator, the 5 volts in is now 3 volts in. I've possibly missed an earth trace connection. But the whole USB port is shielded, it is grounded. So there's definitely something funky going on. So that's my voltage. So if I go goes to the resistor. So there should be 5 volts, but maybe I'm not touching the ground again. 5 volts on one side of the resistor. Oh, you can't even see what I'm doing. This is getting annoying for you guys, it must be. I need to possibly find a way of grounding that pin, but I don't think it's that pin. I don't think it's that pin. If I just go to continuity, which is, I don't know how to get continuity on this thing. No, that's ohms. Oh, where's continuity? Which button do I push? Oh, that one. Right. Okay, let me just check. Okay, yeah, there might be a problem with that pin. Shift ground plane, ground pin. Shield's not always the same signal ground connection. Not sure about USB cables. Bye Tabletronics, drive safe. Yeah, I might have to. I'm going to have to somehow work out how I'm going to fix that ground pin. It could just be the ground pin. That's been fixed in the next revision, by the way. If I can get that out. So, I mean, I've got... The question is, what do I wire it to? I don't actually have a ground wire anywhere, I don't believe. All I do, I've got the header on the other side. I deliberately didn't have any wires for ground. And if I use the ground pin on the other side, then I'm going to block the header going in. But okay, let me turn my iron on. It's going to be fun. Here we go. Okay, let's get some of this stuff out of the way. Make space. Isn't this enjoyable? Cap connected to ground. Yeah, I'm going to wire it to a cap. Is what I'm going to do. I need to get myself... I have some wire wrap wire somewhere, but I'm thinking maybe not using wire wrap wire. I don't even know where my wire wrap wire is. Could be anywhere. Oh, there it is. Okay. Got some funky wire wrap. Okay, just move the meter out the way for the moment. Let's move the Atmel out the way. I'm trying to just make some space. Okay, cool. This is going to be fun. I'll get nice and close so you can see me absolutely make a mess at it. I have to somehow get my iron into that tiny little spot. I don't know how I'm going to do that without my magnifying glass. Should be good. Oh, I have to get my head closer if I can. How am I going to... I don't know how I'm going to get in there and do this. Already bent it. Now it's going to fall off. Anyone got any good recommendations on how to get this onto the pin? I have to go sideways at it. Now I need a needle nose iron tip. Wouldn't that be handy right about now? Okay, I might have got that. Don't know how strong it's going to be. Especially when I need to fold this over. Where's my magnifying glass? Needs longer for heat transfer. Okay, I got more than one pin. That's not good. Not good at all. And it's quite small. Anyway, this iron tip is that small, is it? Okay. Need to hold this still. May have only got one pin that time. I need it to ground. I need to have a look at the schematic to work out where I'm going to connect this to. Solder bridge. No. Maybe. What's the second pin? I gotta remember. It's only my data line. No big deal. Yeah, I need to take that off. Get rid of that bridge. Okay, bridge is gone. Try again. Oh, sorry. Once again, not even on screen. You guys got to ping me. Let me know when it's not on screen. Yeah, that's not going to be strong enough. Absolutely not going to be strong enough. No bridge though. So where am I going to connect this to? That's the question. Oh, that pin actually isn't used. That pin's not even used. Hey Death Shaker. Wrench Party, whoop whoop. Hey Dave Darko. Oh, interesting. That's why I'm getting funky values there. And there. And ground is that one. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get that to ground. Holy moly. Okay, but I can do it to that cap over there, or that cap. Okay. I'm going to do it to this cap. Right there, if I can. without burning my fingers. I don't know if that's going to work. I always feel like these tiny little wires are just too small. I need to check continuity. Flux is generally a good idea. So, I need to check ground here. And ground there, I guess. Okay. That's good. We have ground back. What did I miss? You missed me making an idiot of myself. Maybe. I don't know. Let's find out. I'm going to plug it back in again. Grab the ice. See if we can do this. Oh, I saw a flash. It's an LED flashing. Can everyone see that? We weren't getting that before. Okay, let me bring VNC up. Apply. Memories. Program. Ah! Okay. That sucks. It's definitely seeing it. But what does details say? Device erased, fail. No device detected. Interesting. It's reading 3.3 volts. Unable to enter program mode, verify device selection. Okay, so it's reading 3.3 volts, which is great. But it's not actually picking up the chip like we thought it was. And usually, depending on how I hold this down, it changes whether light flashes or not. Let me just show you that. And that's obviously the header. So I might need to solder the header in. What's the chat saying? Still think you might need to solder the connector, yeah. Pins in holes, less reliable. Yeah, I'm going to solder the header on, I think. Because what's the big deal? Got my iron out anyway. Pull the power out. Just need to unplug it first. Okay. I'm pretty impressed that the chip stayed in place so far. Okay, let's solder this in. Gonna flux it first. Did I get much flux on that? I don't know. Can't see. Fluxy flux. Oh, see, you already got a, well, that's great. Can everyone see that? Got a bridge already. Okay, go on. Need to check that. Oh my god, never mind, it's on pin 1 only. Okay, goody goody. Okay, let's put this back in. Oh, pulled it out. Okay, power again. Okay, now we've got 2 lights on. That's even better, right? 2 lights are better than 1. Let's try this again, shall we? Apply, read. No device found. That's okay, I'm not holding the chip down. Ooh, okay, don't hold the power cable. Read. Okay, so it's not picking it up. Let me just pull it out. Let me just change OBS again. What's the time? Wow, an hour and a half. Holy moly. Tag him when it's important. Tag who? Just thinking of the sub-ground pins. Is there a ground plane next to the pin where you could scrape the mask off? Now I think ground's working now. I just want to check. I mean, this whole thing may just fail because the chip's not aligned well, or it's just not making good contact. I'm just going to have a look now and see if it is. I'm just going to use my magnifying glass in front of everyone. Sorry. Yeah, that might be a little bit out. A bit hard to see now with the components in the way. I wonder if the chip's just out of alignment slightly. Or I wonder if I actually damaged the chip in any way. I mean, I've pulled this chip in and out of this about 50 times now. I wouldn't be surprised if I mangled it. That's why I called it a mangler. It looks like it's in good alignment. I don't know. I'm going to try it one more time. If it doesn't work, I'm going to maybe have to rethink. Like, I don't even know whether these resistors and LEDs are going to affect the programming of it or not. Just holding it together. Static damage. Fat fingers. 2 beer and a Limp Bizkit concert. Does that to you? Joey Mangle. Okay, fine, folks. My new name is Joey Mangle. Apply. Read. Oh, it got it. It got it. Device information. Nope. Memories. Program. It's programming it. Did it. Done. Worked. It worked. It was just an alignment issue of the chip. It's okay. No cheers, anyone. Relax. You don't have to cheer. It's fine. It's fine. It worked. One LED is brighter than the other. Not anymore. They're both the same brightness now. Now that it's worked. So, it worked. I'm just going to put it down. Oh, yay! So, is it too fiddly? Possibly. Yay. Bulldog clip time. Bulldog. Yay. It's interesting. Okay. So if I would have just put the header on straight away, which obviously has helped, and the whole ground pin thing, yeah, that's a bit of a drama. Yeah, I know there's a delay. Sorry. That's why I said it worked, and then I paused and went quiet for a few seconds. How exciting. So it works. The question is, can I get it less fiddly? I mean, obviously I wasted a bit of time with the header and with the ground plane and the battery. It's that plastic alignment thingy. You should send it back. Yeah, send it back to the manufacturer for sure. Well, so what I need to possibly do with the alignment tool is, let me see if we can see one of these chips easily. So, in the corners here of the chip, I don't have anything in the 3D print on that. So there's nothing there to really align it other than it's just sitting inside that plastic space. So it'll probably take a little while of fiddling around, but if I can get at least 2 corners in the 3D print to have little holders that hold the corners of the chips, I could probably hold it into alignment much better. You can now disconnect the extra ground wire to see if it was needed. Yeah, I could. Shall I? Do people want to see? I mean, I can do that quite easily. I'll just pull the power. I'm glad the blue LEDs work. You could stick the corners. Can you add parts that stick in between the corners, between the pins? Between the pins? No. I don't know if there's a 3D printer available anywhere in the world that'll print that detailed. But I could definitely put things on the corners, possibly to hold it better in place. And it might have been in alignment to start with, but let's face it, I picked it up and pulled it around quite a bit. Oh, is that what you meant by the corners, between the pins? Yes, in the corners, absolutely I could. Sorry, I misread that. Let's pull this off and see what happens. I'll just pull one end off for now. Okay, well, we don't have LED lights on anymore. So I would say the ground plane was kind of important. So if I touch it. Yeah. Yeah, the ground's kind of important. So there we go. So we know the ground is a problem, which is fixed in the new revision. The header was upside down, which is fixed in the new revision. But theoretically it works. Not theoretically, it actually works. So it's just, as I said, it's just a matter of can we get this to be less fiddly. And I really believe, like, we just spent, we together, everything, spent 3/4 of our time then just mucking around, troubleshooting, nothing to do with the plastic holding the chip in place, but the header and the ground. So, send about 10, what was it? And see that. What did I miss? Cap end would have been easier to reconnect. I'm not going to reconnect it. I'm going to throw this board in the bin. I'm going to order the new ones and make another one. Because I don't want to... I mean, I could technically keep using this, but I need to fix it. So shield doesn't equal ground. Yeah, which is interesting. Well, on this layout, shield doesn't equal ground. On the previous layouts I used to use, the Adafruit layout, this is a SparkFun layout, the Adafruit layout I used to use, shield was ground. But it had a lot of holes, like to hold the USB header in place, but I can't get those USB headers, so it was a real pain in the ass to work with. Ground is kind of important. Yeah, it is. I think shield is normally grounded at the PC end anyway, but yeah, the proper pin should be used. Should be skipped. Yep. This channel could do with an innuendo remix. Yes, it could, and a swear filter. That's not too bad. I didn't doubt that it would work. Like, I honestly thought it would work, which it does. It seems that it was just it was circuitry issues. Because that holder is actually, it's right in place. Like, it's pretty good. I spent a lot of time getting it right. You all saw that, didn't you, on my video? Hang on. I spent a lot of time getting it right. That's a lot of prints. Quite painful. I mean, they're quick prints, which is great. Like 3 to 4 minutes each, because I'm doing that at a high quality. So, yeah. It's definitely been a fun challenge. And of course, I've designed up an acrylic base for it to sit in, although I might change it to a 3D printed base, actually, that rather than screwing acrylic onto the bottom with screws like I put holes there for, I was going to do a 3D print maybe that just this sits inside. Might be better. Either way, I've got that design, but I haven't bothered yet because obviously the header's on the bottom, which doesn't really work. Well done, mate. Love the bodge wire feet. Thank you. I was thinking of you when I did it. They look like game pieces. Oh, I think my kids are going to school. Heard the car door. Have a fun day, kids. Yeah, it was very frustrating getting these right. And then, of course, if you would have seen on the video, stringing issues. See the string? Very annoying because you can't really get it off like without sanding, and these are really thin pieces to sand. But anyway, all good. It's working. Yay. And it wasn't a 3-hour stream. Is that amazing or what? I built it, I broke it, I debunked it, fixed it, and got it working, and it wasn't 3.5 hours. Yes! Admittedly, it was quite an easy board to build. So, I have something else I could build. It'll take a while. No, I'm not. I've already got a video in production for it. I'm gonna wait. Nah, yeah, I'm gonna wait. So, that's it, I think. I think it's a, oh, that's hot. I'm not sure what else there is to do. Remove them with the hot air that look like what? Or a blow torch. Remove what? What am I removing? What am I going to remove? I don't want to remove anything. But I'm definitely going to make up. I'm going to order the new boards. I've got 3 different boards I want to get made at the same time. So I'm waiting till I get them all done. So I only have to pay for shipping once. Because the shipping's way more expensive than the boards. So when I get the new board back, I'll put one together. And hopefully it'll just work straight up. Blowtorch. What am I blowtorching? Dave Darko? I mean, sure, if you want to see me set myself on fire on a live stream. I don't think that's a good idea, personally. I wonder if I can make this reach. 1 second, I've got an idea. Turn it off. I'm going to show you my reflow oven solution, my board. I think it'll reach. I think the K-type. I had to unplug everything else. Yep, here we go. I've got a video coming on this. Lag is tough, meant the plastic stringing. Oh, right. Yeah, I'll blowtorch it off. Gotcha. So, let me just pull out a bit. Focus. So this is my board. I've got a video coming out of this, but I'll show you all now anyway. I had to put, I think you all might remember I mentioned that I put the wrong pitch for the screw terminals on here. I've got the 2.54s instead of 3.5. I managed to find 2.54 screw terminals, and Of course, I put them on the back because I didn't really leave enough room inside there to put them on the top, and some of the components were in the way. So I'll go through that in my video coming up. But what I've done is I've used an ATX connector. I've used an ATX connector, and I've denoted the fan with the green. And the fan obviously needs a positive and a negative, but the SSR doesn't. It doesn't care. So I've got K-type coming in here. I've got SSR coming in here. I've got my switch on this one. I've got my buzzer, beep beep, on this one, and I've got my fan on this one. And it's working great. I'll pull it apart a bit. But of course, the case I built wasn't designed to have screw terminals sitting on the back like this. So I need to extend that out to make more room. Or, again, when I get my new versions of these boards, which I may make or may not. Technically, they can work like this. I just need to change the case. Global breaking news. See on AK as it makes expensive test clips obsolete. Yeah, it makes expensive test clips obsolete by making an expensive fiddly board that sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. I don't know. So yeah, I'm going to finish this off. I'm going to see if I can mount this. Interestingly, these cables are really not flexible for the ATX cables. So although it's a nice use of an ATX cable, it's not necessarily going to, yeah, I don't know. Because I want to attach it to the back of the case. I thought it'd be really nice to have this sit inside a groove in the case, but yeah, I don't know if that's going to work. So I haven't decided if I'm going to redo these boards or not. The only reason I was going to redo these boards was because the header was on the wrong way. And I still might redo the boards and just remove the header, because I won't need to put a for the ice, because I don't need to program it this way anymore. And I could also put, as I said, a taller header for the screen. And if I do that, then I can get the screw terminals on this side. There's just not enough room. Like for instance here, the screw terminal for the fan was right next to the diode, and you just couldn't fit it in. I've got plenty of space, obviously, because, you know, keep pulling this on and off. I'm going to eventually wear it out. I mean, I could make the board go all the way to here if I needed to, right? So I could just put all the screw terminals up one end and get them out of the way. Yeah, I still have to work out what I'm going to do there. And the truth of the matter is, this is a great solution for me, but even though I've already bought a whole bunch of parts for these so I could make them for other people, I really doubt that I'm ever going to have anyone want one. So, and that's not me being negative Nancy, it's just, you know, it's a fairly niche product. It's, you know, not necessarily cheap. Like you need a thermocouple to go with it. You'll need an SSR to go with it. I can supply it with a screen. That's fine. You know, I'll supply all the stuff at cost, all the parts at cost. And supplying it in a kit form, it's quite a difficult thing to put together for people, I think. I wonder if adding the solder to the pads piece would have helped. Yeah, I thought about doing that yesterday. I actually don't, when I put the stencil together, I don't think adding solder on the pads would have helped, because the oxidization that happens on top of the solder actually isn't great for connectivity. The solder itself is, but that's why, like, sometimes with probes, when you have a blunt probe and you're trying to touch a soldered area, sometimes connectivity is not great. So yeah, I don't think. I think having the whatever the tin is. I mean, I should have got gold plated on the boards. Not this one, sorry. I should have got gold plated on them, and I think that would have made better connections. But you can't selectively do gold plate that I know of, so I would have had to have the whole board gold plated, which would have tripled the price of the boards. And I just don't think it's worth it. I mean, there still would have been fairly cheap boards. They would have worked out to, like, you know, $3 each, which is not the end of the world. $3 or $4 each, not the end of the world. But I'm not sure how much more conductive the gold plating would have been. So anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to finishing this up, getting it inside a case. But they're two of the boards I want to get redone, and then I've finished my second revision of my ESP32 development board. I've broken out pin 13, which wasn't broken out, and I fixed up all the electronics to prevent the shorting happening in the future, and and I made all the labels much bigger, so hopefully they'll be more readable. So that's 3 boards I want to get redone, and then of course I've Chunky Steve's not here, Steve Ludgate, but he got me to do some revisions on the Neo 7 segment boards. It's actually a really clever idea. I'll show you what I've done. Let me just grab a board. What's Colin saying? I'd be interested in one, have all the parts except the PCB and SAMD21 chip. Okay, yeah, cool. Would you want a kit, Colin, or would you want it pre-assembled? Because they're not necessarily an easy board to put together. I mean, they're not terrible. Like, for me, they're fine, but there's, as you can see, there's a lot of components and they're pretty close together. Have you got the Max chip? I've had to, suck it up and buy 10 of those to get them at an almost reasonable price. I don't know, he was on the stream last week, but I think it's just bad timing for him, the stream time right now. So yeah, like I'd be quite happy to supply all the parts in kit form, but I just don't know, like there's a lot you can do wrong putting that together. So, I don't know. Let me know either way. So what he got me to do with these, it's actually quite a clever idea. It's exactly the same with the in and out pins up top, but I've also added 3 solder pads at the back on the left and 3 on the right. Hang on, they're the other way around. So I've got VCC D in and ground and VCC D out and ground. And I put them on the bottom and the back as pads, so you can just solder. Oh, cool. Okay, well, yeah, I'll keep putting it all together, get it all finished. So there are pads on the sides now, so you can solder onto and not use the top, because obviously for some projects, I guess, having the wiring on the top is prohibitive. But the other thing I've done is I've moved the logo up, and I've put 4 pads on the bottom. So I've got VCC, D in, D out, and ground at the bottom as 4 pads that are vertical pads. And the idea there was, rather than chaining across, you could chain from the bottom. You could potentially build a stand that they could sit in if you want to just have them exposed or bare or something else. And I like that idea so much, I'm going to do that on my watts segment display, whatever that ends up being, David. I'm going to put some pads on. I was going to save that for my next video, but letting you know now. Do I have top chat on? Oh, no way. This whole time I've had top chat? What am I missing? Chat looks exactly the same to me. Okay. I don't think there's that much chat in there that it's... Anyway. Yeah, the Max chips are really hard to get, unless you want to try to hot air one off another board. Yeah, and so I'm also... Oh, no, I can't show you yet. It's a surprise. But there's another board that I've got that I'm doing the same thing on, which I've already got the boards without them. I'm going to do a revision and put the same things on those boards as well. So that's pretty cool. So I've got quite a few boards to get remade. I think 5 sets of boards. So I'm going to send them all off at the same time. And the only thing I was waiting for to be able to send them off was this, to test this and make sure it either worked or didn't, and make sure that my changes were going to fix it, which they clearly have. So I'm about to... So sometime today I'll put an order in. Or today or tomorrow I'll put an order in with JLC PCB. 5 different boards. 5. Live seems quicker. Really? For the chat? Possibly. Sorry about that. I don't know why I didn't switch it over. I normally do straight away. Did I miss any actual chat messages? I hope not. So anyway, a lot going on here, and lots of other projects in the works as well. Yeah, what a juggle. Yeah, the order was different. Okay, sorry folks. Off to bed. Thanks, Mike. Thanks for joining. Have a good sleep. I think I'm going to also call it. It's been fun. Been almost 2 hours. I think that's enough suffering for everyone. One day I'm going to just build something and it's going to work first time. And I won't have to touch the multimeter. I won't have to bodge wire. I won't have to get my soldering iron out. It's just going to work. It's going to be awesome. I always forget to change. Yeah, I forget. No, I normally remember every time, actually. I think this is the first time I've forgotten. But there it is, folks. I think I think it's safe to say that Sion should stop. Oh, actually, it's something I want to bring up just very quickly. Because we've had quite a few people comment in David Watts and my videos about the project we're working on, plus, stacks of comments about this one. Hasn't I put the original crack clock up? So if you fancy having a go at that, it's on my website. Oh, okay, cool. I'll get that built too. Thank you. A lot of people have been commenting about, why don't I just use this? Why don't I use that? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? And just for me personally, I know there are other solutions out there and better solutions of pretty much everything I've built. I mean, I reinvented the wheel with this, you know what I mean? I build stuff because I do stuff like this. I go, ooh, I wonder if this will work. And so then I find out. Like, for me, it's about the exploration of my idea, not can I find someone who's already solved this problem for me. I know there are people out there that have solved all of this stuff, right? There's 20 different reflow oven controllers. There's other reflow ovens I could buy that don't need a controller. There's a lot of solutions out there, but for me, it's the challenge of coming up with an idea, and I know that 99% of the time it's completely unoriginal. Like, that's fine. I'm not looking for the original idea. I'm just looking for an idea that interests me, and then coming up with a solution to solve it. I mean, this is a really left field solution. I mean, that's kind of crazy, but I've got a 3D printer, and I've got the ability to make a board, and I've got everything I need to do this, and why not see if it works, right? And so that's really why I did this. It was not to be the ultimate solution for adding a bootloader to a SAMD21. I mean, let's face it, it'll work with one chip only, For me, it's about coming up with an idea, as crazy as it is, and executing it, and seeing if my idea actually works, right? And what do I learn along the way, and what problems what mistakes do I make? Hopefully I don't make them again. Like these headers, which I've populated onto a few boards. I agree, projects don't always have to be an improvement or even practical. That's right, and it might not even be something I'm enjoying. I don't know, like, I mean, I don't enjoy every aspect of everything I work on, but I feel quite rewarded at the end, even if it doesn't work. Even if the attempt was a fail, I still feel rewarded for trying. I think there are too many people out there that stop themselves from trying because it's already been solved, or because there's already something else they can do instead, or, I don't know, and I get people trying to help me out and help David out, and by coming out with ideas and suggestions of different ways of doing it or better ways of doing it and stuff. But there's no learning in that. There's no challenge in that. There's no fun. There's no chance of failure in that. And I don't like failing, don't get me wrong, but I like the chance of failure. It's called having fun. Sometimes it's called having fun, Andy. To the phone, could you read the pulses of the rotor to activate preset commands? Ooh, that'd be interesting. Nephis, that's actually a clever idea. Doing the wheel, in fact, 9% of the time. If I think his original idea, Google shows it's already been done. Yeah, Greg, everything's already been done. I've done lots of things in electronics, yet here we are. How can you say that, like John Ash? I mean, the challenges you take on are pretty immense. And if I haven't tried probing it out, yeah, just try it, David. I think it's a clever idea. Wondering if that was possible. I enjoy watching people do stuff I cannot do. You know what? You should try. Neffers, if that's how you say it. You should try doing stuff. I used to think I couldn't do any of this. I used to watch lots of videos of people doing it, thinking to myself, that's just beyond me. You know what? Just do it. Make mistakes, learn, try. It's expensive, I have to admit. And it's time consuming, you know, waiting for parts, waiting for things, and, you know, and trying to troubleshoot it and not understand why things aren't working. But it's part of the fun, I think. But it's pretty cool. It's very cool. Anyway, that's it. That's my preaching. So I appreciate everyone's feedbacks and comments, and keep doing them. I'm not asking you not to. I learn a lot by people writing, you know, interesting stuff in comments. But I think a lot of people think I'm a little bit crazy with some of the ideas I have or some of the directions I take, and it's just purely because I can, because I want to learn. I want to, you know, I want to try stuff. I mean, life would be pretty boring if no one ever tried anything new. Even if it's old, it's new for me. If I haven't done it before, it's new for me. Anyway, that's it. Thank you all for coming on the journey again. I appreciate it. I'm going to clock this off before it gets to the 2-hour mark. I hope you all have a fantastic week. I've got an unexpected mail coming out on Friday. Don't forget to click the like button, everyone. Doesn't really matter if you do or you don't, but it'd be great if you do. I'm getting close to that 1,000 subs. Very exciting. I need to organise some giveaways for when I do that. Maybe you could put... don't do it in the chat now, but maybe some of you could stick some ideas in the comments section of this video when it goes live about what I could do for some giveaways for my 1,000. Went to hit Control W to make a new wire in ATM, but with Chrome still selected. Whoops. Bye everyone. Serves you right for using LTM. Have a great week, and I will catch you all next time. Bye. Where's my mouse? I don't know. Stop streaming.